Still interacting with some dignitaries, as you can see.
Him, his intellect, was high-grade intellect, and we certainly will miss him. But we take consolation in the fact that Allah chooses when He brings us into this world. He also chooses when He takes us away. And with the good deeds Murtala did while he was on this earth, we have no doubt that Allah will grant him Jannatul Firdaus.
Your very brief reflections also.
Well, just like Minister said, Murtala is a very deeply passionate person. Whatever cause that he believes in, he does it with so much passion. In the field of religion, in the field of politics, in the field of humanity, whatever he does it, with full energy. And like the Minister said, behind the cameras, behind the public view, is a deeply religious, deeply kind person who thinks so highly of the welfare of others. And we have been on some peace mission with him before, using these same helicopters. And on one occasion, as we were moving around, we were told that the weather had gone so bad. And we were hoping that on this occasion they would have said the same thing, so that we would have had our brother right now. But like you said, we've known each other for upwards of 30 years plus. So this is a personal loss to us. It's not like somebody that we met in the political arena. We've known each other, we grew up together, and we feel a certain personal sense of loss as far as the passing of Murtala is concerned. We pray to Allah that He grants him Jannatul Firdaus and forgive all his shortcomings. And we pray that the family is able to bear this loss in this difficult and grief moment.
Thank you very much. You heard that the former Deputy Minister for the former Minister for Finance and then the former Deputy Minister for Transport, who have all shared their reflection on this very tragic loss involving these persons, and ultimately sharing the reflection in terms of what they expect to happen. They say that this is a gentleman they've known, talking about Honorable Murtala Muhammad. They knew him for a very long time. They knew he was a good man, in their words, and hopefully that the good things that he did in this world will continue to follow him even as he goes back to his maker. And that is a reflection so many people who have gathered here, both people in the NDC, people in the NPP, people from all shades of life, irrespective of their religious belief, irrespective of their ethnic.
Was that they died as martyrs? They died by burning. I don't know if you can throw more light, on that for us.
Okay, so there are categories of people that the Prophet mentioned that if you die in a particular state, you die as a martyr. One is dying by burning or by fire, or when you die through drowning, or when you fall sick or any calamity befalls you, and through that calamity or sickness you die. You are classified as a martyr. In that state, it is not mandatory that your body is even washed. It is not mandatory that even the Salat al-Janazah, the prayers that we offer for the deceased, it is not mandatory. But if you offer it, it spoils nothing. So these are some of the categories of people that the Prophet said, if it happens, you are a martyr.
So in this case, they died as martyrs.
Yes.
The country has lost exemplary public servants. Today is the final janazah and burial of the two Muslims who were part of the helicopter crash tragedy that claimed untimely the death of Honorable Muhammad Lemuna, who was personally very close to President John Dramani Mahama. Indeed, he was his farm manager and was always in his hall, either in the morning or in the evening, and did his personal errands, as you heard. He was a stalwart of our party in the Savannah region, particularly in the Damangu area, a staunch, devout Muslim who held on to his Muslim faith and values. We only can pray that Allah grants him Jannatul Firdaus. with my colleague member of parliament for Tamale Central, the Honorable Mohammed Murtala. And to both of them, a personal loss to me. Murtala was the warrior of a soldier when his convictions were right on any matter. With emotions and with his intellectuality, he would drive that and drive that ably. And for the people of Tamale Central, he had begun to touch their lives, to change the circumstances of their living, to work, to sacrifice, to improve the quality of life of the people of Tamale Central, and to the state to help us appreciate how prudent management of the environment. The fight against Galamsey was very dear to his heart. Indeed, I presided over one of the discussions, and initially he was not even a part of this process, but he insisted that as Minister for Environment, mindful of the harmful and the ramifications of what Galamsey was doing to our country, its water bodies, the quality of the air we breathe. I just got back from Japan, where the Japanese are primarily concerned about the quality of Ghana's cocoa and the impact of Galamsey and that substance on Ghana's cocoa. Should we lose that market, that will be fatal to our foreign exchange earning and fatal to Ghana's cocoa being one of the proud products consumed in Japan. So Honorable Murtala was very dedicated to the fight against Galamsey, primarily why he joined this fight. To Dr. Omani Buama, my personal friend and brother, I always kept telling him that I came after him or he came after me. I was telling Uncle Atuahoy, who tasked me at the time to recruit the young brains to grow and sustain the NDC party. And Dr. Omani was a master stroke of a strategist. What he did was to do the thinking, then I did the execution. At every time so Ghana has lost, President Mahama and Dr. Omani Buama have lost an unalloyed, dedicated, determined public servants. And for Dr. Omani Buama, one of the things for which we would continue to eulogize and remember him, his preoccupation was the success of John Mahama as president. Nothing more, nothing less. He'll tell you, Harun, let's work to ensure President Mahama succeeds at every time. And then to Samuel Sapon, he was a mobilizer for the party. But for us now, for us in Tamale, we've lost one of our strong members of parliament, in Honorable Mohammed Murtala. He was due to commission a clinic construction project. He was undertaking a number of interventions in water, and very mindful that for the people of Tamale now, all we need from the president and the NDC government is quality drinking water. And Honorable Murtala was leading the drive for us to convince high authority and government to honor that. As Muslims, this is what we are required to do, to give them a dignified, honorable funeral, consistent with Islamic values and practice and custom. We want to thank the families for their understanding. It was not an easy one. We've been discussing and negotiating with them to agree to accept that burial be in Accra and not in their hometowns and probably in their home regions. We sorely miss Honorable Murtala Muhammad with his bluntness. He got down from New York and called me and said he was going on television. I had to plead with him, but that is for another day.
Thank you very much, Haruna Mubarak, there sharing some of the very somber moments and a couple of really intriguing and fascinating stuff. About to tell a story about how he knew that gentleman. He knew him for a very long time, from his day as MP for Nantong, his day as MP for Tamale Central, his days as ministers. They were both in parliament. They continue to work together, largely Muna, sharing very beautiful tributes about these people. And so this is a reflection and a call for the country to continue to mourn and ensure that their memories continue to be respected and their memories are cherished and their memories are continued to etched in this country's memories.
My colleague Kwekwa Asante there, as well as Maxwell Agwagwa, just engaging some key dignitaries who came to the military cemetery to pay their last respects to the deceased Dr. Murtala Muhammad and Muniru.